Welcome back to Inside the Heat. As Shane Battier and I continued our day in Brickell Key at the Mandarin Oriental, we discussed his NBA journey and what it was like becoming a professional basketball player. From draft day to his first playoff experience to even representing his country in the World Games, Shane has put his stamp on the franchises he has been a part of through the years. But before we get into any of that, we pause to enjoy some delicious and healthy sushi at Cafe Sambal. Let's talk for a second about how even when you are on a track to something, if it's still your dream, it still has to be special. So you're done playing college basketball. You know you're going to be a first rounder. Did you still have that wow moment of I'm about to be an NBA player?
To be honest with you, the draft experience was one of the worst experiences in my basketball career.
Why so? Why so? I think that would be the best.
I am a neurotic person.
Okay.
I like order. I like knowing what my routine is. And for the first time in my basketball career, I didn't know where I was going to be. I didn't know if I was going to be the third pick. I didn't know if I was going to be the 20th pick. That lack of control drove me absolutely nutty.
With the 6th pick in the 2001 NBA draft, the Grizzlies select Shane Battier from Duke University.
I was more relieved than anything once the Memphis Grizzlies called my name.
Shane made Memphis his new home and would join a team coached by legendary Hall of Famer Hubie Brown. He would play alongside Paul Gasol and current teammate Mike Miller. How was he as a young whippersnapper there with you?
Mike is one of my closest friends in this league, and he's a big reason why I chose Miami. I called him up and I said, well, what do you think? And he said, honestly, you were what we need. Once I talked to him, it made sense. So I'm thrilled. My locker is right next to his. We have a lot of history, and he's one of my best friends.
Battier on the back down against Nalon. Little up and under, and he hits. Shane, nifty move. Shane will take it and make it. A triple for Shane Battier.
In his third season in Memphis, Shane experienced his first NBA playoffs. It was against the San Antonio Spurs. The Grizzlies ultimately would get swept.
When I went to Memphis in 01, we had the lowest winning percentage of the 4 major sports, and we built something pretty special and won 50 games that year. QB1 Coach of the Year, but I was just proud to take a franchise to the playoffs.
A couple years later, summer of 2006, a lot of your basketball life, as it looks now even, started to come together as you played on the U.S. men's team. In the World Games you had. Coach K was your coach. Dwayne, LeBron, and Chris were your teammates. And Nick, again, even though he's a team executive, is a manager again. Talk about all that coming together.
That was a special summer for me. Just a huge honor representing your country, your nation, to be part of the best basketball players in the world. And it made me feel good about what I had done for my career. That they wanted a player like me, a glue guy, a guy who could play many roles, and it was a special summer. And I'm remiss that we didn't win the gold that year, but I had a fantastic time in Japan with all those guys.
After his Olympic experience, Shane was traded to the Houston Rockets, where he would play with Yao Ming, Tracy McGrady, and even Juwan Howard.
We had some really talented teams, and unfortunately, the injury bug really took away our chances to win a championship. When Tracy and Yao were healthy, we were as good as anybody.
Out to Battier. He'll go for 3 and hit it. Blocked by Battier. What a huge play by Shane.
He played fantastic defense, and Jeff Van Gundy, he's a tough guy to play for. But I enjoyed his approach to the game. I learned more about defense from him than any other NBA coach I ever played for.
Shane spent 5 seasons in Houston, and in February of 2011 was traded back to his first NBA home, Memphis. He joined an energetic Grizzlies team and would be instrumental in making franchise history in the playoffs. You're playing the Spurs again, and the very first win in playoff history for the franchise happens against them.
Yeah.
How crazy.
That was the craziest day of my life, because the day I got traded, the next day my wife went on bed rest with our daughter. So I was in Memphis solo. We played that game. It's a tough game. I actually hit the shot to put us up. Ended up being the winning shot.
Battier, the 3 for the lead. Rattles it in.
After the game, we're going crazy. Well, all of a sudden, my teammate Rudy Gay says, Shane, I think you got to go. I think you're having a baby. And so to go from the euphoria of hitting the winning shot, winning our first playoff game, to, oh my goodness, I'm having a baby. 3 hours later, I was able to see my baby daughter, and it was the best day of my life.